Russia and Belarus reportedly extended joint military exercises which originally ended on the week of February 20 yesterday. This was revealed by the Ministry of Defense in Belarus, according to the Ministry of Defense in Belarus. This decision has been taken in connection with the increased military activity near the borders of Russia and Belarus and due to rising tensions in the Donbass region of eastern Ukraine. Russia's and Belarus decisions will further intensify pressure on Ukraine. NATO says Russia has up to 30,000 troops in Belarus and could use them as part of an invasion force to attack Ukraine. From the north side, although Moscow denies this intention in the last few days, we all know that there is fighting in eastern Ukraine which is controlled mostly by Russian-backed groups. The fighting was followed by a buildup of Russian troops estimated by the Western Bloc. There were about 150,000 or more Russian troops on the northeast and south sides of Ukraine. It has not been stated how long these joint drills with Belarus will take place, and observers believe Russia is waiting for the right moment to withdraw or carry out other orders against their 30,000 troops currently on Ukraine's northern border. It was the original sound of the Brush-John battlefield which started to rekindle on the 17th of last February, and the result of the attack was the Ukraine military, on Saturday, February 19, reported the first death of its soldiers in weeks in separatist-held territory. They accused the pro-Moscow rebels of starting an attack that doubles down on fears of an imminent Russian invasion. Eastern Ukraine's Joint Military Command said a soldier received a fatal shrapnel wound in the conflict zone that straddles two separatist areas near the Russian border. Ukraine's emergency services said 2 of its staff were injured in a wave of attacks on Friday. The Ukrainian armed forces said rebels had used Band 82 and 120mm caliber mortars, according to the previous ceasefire agreement. Large mortars were used in the frontline cities that crossed the eastern regions of Luhansk and Donetsk. In addition, you can see a club showing a checkpoint being bombarded with missiles on last Saturday, and if you look at the many movements that occur on CCTV videos, we can imagine how great the battle was on the front line of Donbass. The Ukrainian military accused Russia of directing and orchestrating this attack. Moscow officially denies involvement in the conflict and calls it an internal Ukrainian matter, but European security watchdog SC has reported the shipment. Russian weapons regularly crossed Ukraine's borders during the 8-year war in eastern Ukraine. OSCE reported 870 major ceasefire violations across the conflict zone. In a recent report on Friday referring to incidents in earlier days in recent days that monitored a dramatic increase in kinetic activity along the contact path in eastern Ukraine, USG said in a statement. Leaders of the separatist forces accused the Ukrainian armed forces of trying to break up their two territories by force, but Kyiv denies this. Troop leaders in the city of Donetsk in the Luhansk region on Saturday called the situation critical.